Hi, welcome to topic 5-6 as we're looking at two-step problems. And as we look at two-step problems, we're looking at this picture of, using addition and the possibility of multiplication and division at the exact same time. So as we're working through these problems, the key idea here is remembering that the addition and subtraction side of it is the same, and the steps for multiplication and division are the same. We just have to keep an eye out for those negative numbers because that's going to cause a flip in our inequality symbol when we start using those negative numbers with multiplication and division. All right, let's take a look at this problem to see how we're going to set it up. It says members of the science club are selling coupon booklets for $17.50 as a fundraiser. They hope to exceed the amount of money they raised last year. How many more coupon booklets, B, must the club members sell to achieve their goal? All right, so focusing on the symbol, they want to exceed the amount of money, right? Now the picture right now is kind of small, but so here's our number, $658.35. That was last year's total, so they want to be greater than that. That's what that exceed is going to do. And right here we have this year's current total is $498.75. So we're going to start with that idea. Jump into new page. So we have $498.75. That's where we're starting at. And as we continue to sell tickets, we're going to add on to that. And we're going to be greater than that $658, 658.53. And my 3 is getting cut off in the video. All right, so then going back to the problem that says I should just make a lot of sounds in this video to completely distract you. $17.95 as a fundraiser per booklet. Okay, well that's easy to figure out. That's $17.95 times B for booklet. And suddenly we got an equation that we're able to solve. Right? We can double check. Hey, they got the same thing we got. We must be on the same page. How are we going to solve this then? We're going to solve it the same way we solve anything, right? First of all, I can scan real quick. Do I have any negative numbers in this problem? Fast answer, no. There's no negative numbers. And particularly, I'm looking by the variable, right? By the variable. Any minuses in front of our number next to the variable? No. Okay, so I don't have to worry about changing symbols. I'm going to come away with that greater than symbol. From there, then, I just need to go through the steps of solving, right? I'm going to start by isolating the variable, and so I'm going to get rid of this on this side. I'm going to subtract this. Got to write a little harder so that my numbers show up correctly. I ran out of screen. I'm sorry. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about here. This is horrible of me. Right, so $658.53, and we're going to subtract $498.75 and get an answer of $159.78, like that. Beautiful. So we're left with $17.95 B and $159.78 on the other side. All right, next step, right, two-step, we're going to divide. Once again, we got to remember there's no negatives, so we don't have to worry about flipping any symbols. So we can go like this. We can throw this symbol down there. B is going to stay here, and we're going to divide by 17.95 and get a weird number. It's like 8.9 ... right? So what does that mean? Obviously, when dealing with fractions, we can't sell a fraction of the book, so we have to round that up in the end to a solid number. Most people aren't going to buy a fraction, fraction of the book. Okay. All right, let's see if we did it right. Bada boom, bada bing. That looks good so far. That looks, maybe I did my math somewhere wrong. Same idea, right? I must have put a number in wrong. But as we look at this, we see 8.89. So where did I do it wrong? I must have subtracted wrong. I put a wrong number down. Oh, 3.5. I think I put 53 cents. That's going to make a difference. Anyway, we're going to have to round that up to 9 in the end. 9 booklets, just like they did. Yes. All right, there's a sample problem for you, and I'll meet you at example 3. Now, as a good student, of course, I know you paused this video and you've gone into the try it and you work through it while it's all fresh, and you can be working through it instead of just boom, hammering through the video and trying to just get through the videos, right? If not, well, pause the video and go back and do the try-its while it's still fresh so you can practice it. That's going to help you learn it far better than just finishing the video just to say you're done with the video. Anyway, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this problem here. Here it just says solve it, but right away as you look at this, something should jump out at you. Something is going on here that we haven't dealt with yet, and we should see some subtraction symbols, some negative symbols, and that should put some alarms in our mind. So we saw negative 10 minus 9 halves, I'm just going to write x. Oh, it was x. Is less than 80. All right, so here are the steps we need to remember. We want to isolate or get the variable alone. So this part we want to get alone to start. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use our inverse operation of and equality property of addition, and we're going to add to both sides. Now, so far in our multi-step problem, we have only used addition, right, to counter our subtraction. So in that sense, we haven't done anything that needs to be flipping the inequality. That principle only applies to multiplication and division. So as we rewrite this problem with everything changed around, our symbol is going to stay the same at this point. Now we're moving on to the next step. The next step, of course, is going to involve this negative coefficient. And this negative coefficient of negative 9 halves, that's going to cause us to have to flip our symbol. So to get rid of that, we're going to multiply by negative 2 9ths. That's going to do that. Divide by a fraction means multiply by the reciprocal. The instant I put that over here, I'm going to multiply by 2 9ths, my symbol changes because of the negative here. So now I have 90 times negative 2 divided by 9. And that's how I'm going to solve it. So negative 2 times 90 is 180. Negative 180. Negative 180 divided by 9 gives me a negative 20. And just like that, we've solved this problem. We've dealt with the negative, which means we got to flip the symbol there. Let's check our work, see how we did. Or my computer goes slow. Oh, there we go. Looks good. Looks good. All right. So the key thing with this problem is remembering that just because you have a number that's negative, right, the flipping doesn't happen unless it's dealing with the multiplication and the division. All right, keeping that straight, let's see what they have to say. Remember, when you multiply or divide by a negative, see, I'm on the same page with these guys. All right, here's one for you. Go ahead, end the video, finish it, try it, come with any questions you might have about this. That's it for lesson 5-6.